How have you been today, Gio? Ow. Oh god, and what sucks is Zach's home. So if he hears okay. Oh, so I'm on number 5. So I probably won't today because I think I had played like an hour and a half last time. But we'll see, we'll see. We'll try. We'll try. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? Doing good. How's work? You lie in bed and stare at the ceiling, thinking about the secret you discovered while tasting Colonel Sanders' cooking yesterday. You can't believe he really used blank. And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel... 35. We'll leave it at 35, see that. That Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? Probably just because he already trusts you so much. Trying to make him not trust me. There are hearts all over my window. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of school before you can tell her about the encounter with the Spork Monster. He launches into a story. It's okay, I'm a bit tired. Oh, yeah, understandable. Better not be too tired tomorrow, though. Oh, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank. That's the robot. Like him? Like? I know, it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class and he's totally a sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that does make complete sense. I did not change my voice back to normal. There's now water on my forehead. I probably should have got more. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at the school he didn't even go to. What the hell? How? And was also the convertible that he himself rode in the front. What? And he didn't even go at the school he didn't even go to, and was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming. What the fuck? I'm thinking maybe something got lost in the pressure cooker language translation there. Probably. Either way, maybe it'd be best if I took it slow with this new boy like I am with Colonel if you took it slow with this like I'm you and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy of Learning. You're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. No. Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. I am great. God, I'm just imagining Zach walking in the office and hearing me. What is this? Oh. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real? Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? However, you don't tell her that you know a second ingredient too, which you discovered on your own. Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me about all his passions for spices. Secret spices. Oh, God. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from a super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could try some or have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled the suitcase with them and brought them home. Oh, no. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me. And the flavor was like anything I've ever tasted. Oh, God. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyhow, we both shared an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, you know, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Wrong kind of spices. Different kind of spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe. And besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Please, please, please! It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or Colonel Sanders. I'm gonna make a fake ingredient. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know how about. It was Eye of Newt. That is the most obvious fake ingredient you could ever go with. I know it sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt? Wow! Her eyes light up, imagining such a thing, and you figure that you're satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around, does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not. Before you can ask her to confirm that she's definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Already? Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Somebody, please just stab me. He's arriving at school. I'm not running to him. His his horse is pretty. Without ever acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish, then slaps the beautiful creature gently on the rear, sending it running free into the... I don't know. I do not know why he is on a fucking horse. You are so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. I can't speak coherently anyways, so that doesn't really change anything about me. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful beaut you have. I mean, what a horseful beaut you have. Dang it, that's what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, Grizz. Just gets really nervous around people they like. What? This is not helping. I mean, they got food poisoning and we were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. Oh, God. His face. She gives you a wink and smile as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. This is going so badly already. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears in the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rifles. Ashley and Van Van are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad? Well, I'm already here, so we don't really need a second one. Also, I don't have my sub poster up today because I didn't feel like putting it up. You try and peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. That fucking hair. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle it. Tell them to... Why don't you make like a bee and mind... Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Tell them to stop acting immature, act like you're not interested in them, but really try and get closer. We're going to do that. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them, but you even hear Van Van mutter something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try and cover your tracks and improvise excuse. Time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, aren't you? You make the rule. I'm not sure you know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. I don't know what that means. Why do they look like... This dude literally looks like JoJo. He looks like JoJo. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what they were hiding and instantly recognize it. It's a book. Just like the one you found after your encounter with Spork Monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I have never actually watched the show, but I've heard of it, and I saw little bits of it, and I've seen pictures of him. I don't know what you're talking about. That book... I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom and its contents are secret. Did I really not take the book? You notice that they haven't been studying the book. They've just pinned to the wall and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. Jesus Christ. Oh, Pop, duh. We're playing, hee hee. Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Clank must be running late. He is in such a hurry that he rolls over Von's meaty foot. Hey, watch out, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. What? Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such a language. Not even from a stand mixer. Womp, womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Burrs, burrs. Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van, sending him flying across the room. Yeah, go Clank. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourself. Save it for the arena, at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true star of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rubber's furry dog belly, he loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkle regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. Oh god. You want to pay attention to the lesson? Truly you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was the chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Grizz? Oh god. Naturally, this appears to you to be a sample platter. Shimmering pepper. Glass of water, shimmering pepper, a dog with shimmering pepper. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body's not prepared for the heat. Fuck. Oh no, I'm hallucinating. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. Ghost of student, my friend. Ooh. This guy again. I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is cough. As I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is cough, cough. Oh, sorry, I think I got something, got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine, I'll work through. Cough. To fulfill, cough. The prophecy, cough, cough. You must. You feel yourself beginning to regain consciousness. Oh no. Aw, man. You come to and find everyone is staring at you. Oh shit! That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever! Think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you. Someday? Come on, it's time for lunch! Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competition cook-off. The level of theatrics with 2 is off the charts. You're on. A bit of a lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the table with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool, you're the fool. Fool. Good one, Van. I like your gumption, Chris. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. No, no, student. Please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sports scene court. Finally, a little sense you breathe a sigh of relief. But I was the one that said you're on, so... At least not until we turn on the timer! Just then, a huge red light blasts in your face, flashing the words timer ready. That's what I'm talking about. Aroo! I stand corrected. The hard way builds a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope it message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature does... 100 degrees Celsius. I'm used to Fahrenheit. That's right, but how would you have gotten into that school without knowing that? Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. You need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know how, Colonel Sanders, but you have an idea. Shit. 11 herbs and spices. That's right. You might not know all of the ingredients yet, but at least you're heading in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most play? Gratitude. That's right. You must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on this place and you draw energy from the place. Now would be a great time to harvest. So where does it come from? Small town. Small town. That's right. This is your shot, and you're not going to miss it. Aroo! You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What's the sound of success? Sizzling. That's wrong! Don't make me get the spray bottle. What is the sizzling? It must have been this. I thought I heard that. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you. He's actually cheering you on, which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you make you totally forget what you're doing. Now all you can think is Colonel Sanders on a fucking... Am I supposed to... Fuck. I can't even... You're straight on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. What should you take? What a hunk. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. Sorry. Writing. What does this have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Woof woof. You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish as colorful and complex. Make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into the stand mixture. As you do, the crowd gasps. Hey, yikes! I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Grizz does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand in the mixture to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Grizz, no! But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickening, spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his... Wow. What you find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Oh god. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Look, sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Oh boy. That's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish, ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. Is it because of that one message or that one question that I missed? No, it wouldn't be a fair competition to compare the two on account of Grizz's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under the white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Grizz to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients within. Inside, you find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry. How much time did they have? Because I failed hardcore then. Colonel Sanders seemed intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger into the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you. As he places the sauce-covered finger onto his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Internalize the rage you feel. Your rage burns so intensely with your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of forever. Embarrassed and shamed by your performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run to the quad to be alone. Okay, that's not what I expected to happen, but this is kind of an anime thing. I should not be surprised. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and he decided to get married after a day. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fire. I'll never be a master chef. Failure. No. Failure. Part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well then, think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you, enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Shut up. Well, handsome, sure. I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-cut beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. Excuse me. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changed focus, you see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure, it's honest, it's something that a human man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moments grew intimate, you were entered by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scar from the nights before you prefer. It's the Spork Monster! Orko? It is I, and I know I said I wouldn't be back, but after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just want to say I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like to have always looked over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right? Aw, thanks, Borko. I'm glad that there's no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark night can really rile a person. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode. Oh, I know you're wrong, and cooking school was always put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to the school. I wasn't always a Spork Monster, you see. I don't believe. You were human once? Well, no. I was a He was a golden retriever, alright. But I was still a student until one day some mean kids with magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. Oh no. Oh no, a magic spellbook. Precisely. I had a procure a copy of myself, but somewhere along the way I lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear, I will be there. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Grizz, together I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite, you can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like. It sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping into Sanders' home, what the fuck? Was that him as a baby? Where is his hair? Surrounded by things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. I can only imagine how much money he makes if this is what he can already afford. Have you ever been working on a new recipe of your own lately? Or have you been working? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with. Trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. Meant to pair with something spicy or crispy, both perhaps? Now that you've got him right where you want him, should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret? I'm gonna keep it a secret. Actually, I've said too much. Please forget I ever said anything. You can practically hear Colonel Sanders' heart beating his chest in his chest. He tries to act demure, but facade begins to crack. Oh god. I can appreciate a good secret, of course. In fact, I've got many, nearly a dozen in my fried chicken recipe alone. But I would hope that you could learn to trust me with yours. Well, I suppose you did share a secret ingredient with me yesterday, so it'd be only fair. Colonel Sanders' face grows serious. Yes, about that. You see? Yes, Colonel? Oh, God. He lied! I haven't been completely honest with you. The secret I told you was a fake. Oh no, the ingredient you shared with Miriam. It wasn't true. I told her the fake one anyways. You're angry with Colonel Sanders for lying, but the fact that you revealed his secret shows that he was probably right to do so. You mean it wasn't one of the real 11 secret herbs and spices? You see, we only had just met and I had to make sure that you were trustworthy and capable of keeping my most important secret. To me, my recipes are priceless. I have something to confess. That secret ingredient you told me, I shared it with my Miriam, my bestie. I didn't tell her. I told her a fake one. So, this is the wrong pathway. How did I get on the wrong path? Unfortunately, I already knew this. I was very disappointed, but now that you've come clean, we can start to build our relationship as fellow chefs again. I promise to be honest from here on out. I really do. I'm counting on you. So that was totally wrong. Then in that case, I present to you my original... No! The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. Magnificent. So all I'm understanding so far right now is that he has stolen all his recipes from someone. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make him some more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Why? Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Oh god. This must be where he keeps a secret recipe. You think for a moment, what number is important? Then it dawns on you. As soon as 11... Can chicken be paired sashimi? No! No, 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 no! No! Do not... No! Tap on an item to discover more. No. Adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor from the goatee and mustache combo. He farts. You figure that must be the Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving right like a rattle. He frames a baby picture of just themselves. Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of a company that they founded, am I right? I don't know if this is for KFC or like against KFC at this point. Okay. Photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of his herbs and spices. There's a door. Frames show an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheering them. They don't appear to be cheering them. Not at all. You closely see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. Large urn, plaque, dusty. Inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of my past careers and business failures." Oh shit. Candle. Scented candle. Power tool. Freshly starched collar. Piece of wood floating on lake. It literally has its tie on it. Summer of 69. No, it's one with the secret ingredients is blank. Gaze out the window. And then the ghost of student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? You never... Wait, what? I never learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. It's... Can you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window crack and the ghost of student is swept out with a breeze. Oh boy. A lock of silver is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize the hair therein isn't silver in color. It's actually made of spun silver. Alright. There's a chicken. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't realistic. It's real. Taxidermy must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A note clipped to the chicken foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Nothing else sparkling except the door. Oh, it's his closet. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging on them. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathe in a scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Oh god. Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on and wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually load those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket. You forgot to take... Tell the truth, Bess. I think I've developed... Oh, not that! I'm not sure that my big chicken dreams have left any room in my life for romance right now. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Grizz? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! Oh god. They're all flying on chicken, and it's all the drumsticks, which isn't even the best one. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. It's not what I thought. I thought it was... I was snooping and I took your jacket. Damn it. Today's a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. Blank. In some jurisdictions, blank isn't even legal, but if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are... Where is it illegal? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast and your mouth waters at the sight of it. I want to see the breakfast. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. I thought it was actual breakfast food. It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? What the fuck? How presumptuous! My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Could he be the world's greatest kid? Oh my god, I want to take him down a peg. It's good, but my mom made better. Did your jab land a little too hard? Probably. Colonel, I know what you're going to say. I need to be better if I'm going to leave my mark on this world. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings. You're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you'll find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning Ways for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Let me check something. Okay, so I'm on the 8th right now. Oh boy. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, I was just... But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered with Blake, he's asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me, and so I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know this little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Skydiving is out of control? Did she just say skydiving as if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection, wowzer. Miriam offers to support you no matter what you do. Together with your best friend, you feel like you can do anything. Oh man, this is utterly... Shit. Hold on, I need a quick... Give me a 5-minute break, guys. I need to rest my throat for a minute, so I'll BRB. Alright, we're back. Okay, so it's these guys. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact, because you know he's Pop. What's a swirl? What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you one right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Haha, Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirl. I can't get her voice now. You can get your swirly dip too. I can't do it. Why don't you go pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, Grizz, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixture accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up, ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. And naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Grizz, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke your nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, Grizz. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you should tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into the classroom, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Grizz. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by the interaction with Ashley, you take the spellbook you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Miriam! Whoa, that's the book! It looks like bad news! It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? Oh, excuse me. I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, says around the edges of the page. I could use the spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all my memories. If I scribble out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. This is way drastic. Couldn't you do something like anything else? Not rooting in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Don't do it after all, I'm not gonna do it. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. I wanna pass. I'm a good student. Sprinkles is already in the room waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry, reach for some old homework to give as a snack. Dogs can be rather unpredictable. See what ways to happen. Sprinkle stops in his track, focuses on the window. The room is deadly silent. When he follows his gaze, you can see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkle turns feral and runs toward the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence! I told you to never come back here! Terrence! I will destroy you! Terrence! Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. Squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named it Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again! After Sprinkles is satisfied with his presence that has been felt not only by Terrence, but any other squirrel in the hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Grizz, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom, you see? But before you can go any further, Miriam Love drama spills over into the class. Alright, he's interrupted. I told you to save it for after class? You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clink appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clink's language of mechanical noises. But now you had to go show off to your cool friend Jeff and Joan, J&J forever. Watch us form a triangle mid-air as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Biz. Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Biz. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care. Clink begins to shudder, steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. No! Beep! No amount of seasoning is gonna make me want to eat that, Clink. Oh. Clink burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker, considering that he himself has wheels, not feet. It's not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clink slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with the shoe. Everyone tries to pretend that like they didn't see the entire thing go down. I want to go make sure he's okay! Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't distract from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown exam! I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. Before you can think about the upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in New York. Hey Miriam, are you okay? Okay? I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm just gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her shirt bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me. Of course not. Well, maybe, sort of, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clink or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone who shows a little interest, you know? Anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes tears from her cheeks. I really should review my menu for today. I really should review my menu for today. I'm gonna make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it up. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay because you had a lot better idea of how to spend your time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. I don't have much of that. And a challenge to beat the pants off of Van Van, the supposed man as eviler counterpart Ashley. As you plan, you begin to run through a quick test of recipe you've been working on. Grizz famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish becomes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Santa. Why is there petals inside? I feel like that's a health hazard, because it's near food. Grizz, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. What's funny is I don't really like chicken pot pie. That's kind of funny. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. I am. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick when the oven timer goes off behind you. Ignore it. What's up about? Yeah, I'm not gonna let it burn. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know. My nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie from just the smell. They have a pretty specific smell, I feel like. Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No. I smell that was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. Always in those bowls. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking and I could eat this all day. Is there a pot pie on the KFC menu? Because I don't think there is. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules. This is, except to cook with everything you've got. Step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes you'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van Van and Ashley are preparing wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe of fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone's calling out really cool special cookie moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders spatters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg worse. Egg worse. Let me readjust myself. Miriam furiously injects ingredients into the itty-bitty pot of broth. Ah, best friend! Master Blaster! What? 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 No. Van Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roll! No! 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 This is bad. That is bad. Ashley scoops her pastry off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Even Clank gets into it. Five dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity he was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self destruct. Van Van quickly unplugs. No, I'll come down and eat. We can. You two. Give me 15. Van quickly unplugs Snake and rolls him out to the back corner of the arena. Let me just check something. We're not on the final bite, so maybe we're actually going to end this here in the middle of the thing. Give me 5, because it's time for dinner. Dinner's done. We'll finish this up next week, probably. Let me see where it will load me. Probably right at the beginning of the battle, I would think. And we'll go through the whole thing. My voice is also dying. Oh, God, okay. So it's a little far back, but that is fine. Alright, guys. I will see